Hello there, I'm an old guy and I do maths. Today's a bit of a dull day, so we've got some extra lighting. So I apologise if this seems a little bit bright. Normally I work in natural light. But as I say, it's a dull day, it's rained all night, and I can't rely on the big windows to light this tutorial. Today we're going to look very quickly at what a quadratic actually is. Now, the answer is written down here. A quadratic is an equation where the highest power of x is x squared, this thing here. So, if you've got this far, you'll be familiar with linear equations. Now, these obviously are not quadratics because x here and here is raised only to the power of 1. Now the standard formula, I suppose, the standard equation of what's called a quadratic trinomial looks like this, and you'll see that we have x squared here and an x here. This is the highest form of x in this equation, x to the power of 2, and this is a pretty familiar form of it written here. This is an actual quadratic rather than just the set out here. And you'll see that x is raised to the power of 2. It doesn't matter that there's an x here. It doesn't matter that x might not be here. What's important is this. So let's just have a quick look at some forms of quadratics, some common forms. This isn't exhaustive, but it's a pretty good list. So here we are. Now, the thing that all of these have in common is that in one form or another, they will have x squared as their highest form of x. You'll see over here too. And where we have what we call factorized forms, if you were to multiply these two brackets, what you would get is, amongst other things, you would get x times x, which would give you x squared, x times x, which would give you x squared, x times x, which would give you x squared. If you were to square everything in this bracket, one of the things that you would get is x squared, and the same here. Now, some of these have particular names. For instance, this thing here is called the difference of two squares. This is it in what it's called its expanded form. This is it in its factorized form. This is turning point form. We'll get into that in another video. And this is a perfect square. The perfect squares are recognizable because in their factorized form they look like this. This is the expanded form of a perfect square, and again in another video we'll get into how you spot this. Okay, thanks very much for watching. See you again. I hope this was useful. Bye-bye.